Hello, thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home Practice session. My name is Samantha Allenderry. I am a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I'm very happy that you're here to practice with me today. We will go through the Speak Out exercises and we are going to speak out and speak with intent. At the end of today's session, I'm going to show you a trailer for a video of someone with Parkinson's named John Cullen, who is a weightlifter, and he produced a film about his story. And so today's topic that Lisa prepared for us is weightlifting. Everybody say weightlifting. Again, with more intent. Weightlifting. Really get the words in front of you. Ready? Weightlifting. So, I've heard of boxing for Parkinson's, dance for Parkinson's, power moves for Parkinson's, but this is the first time I heard of someone with Parkinson's doing this type of weightlifting. So I think you'll enjoy seeing the trailer, and then Sandy will share the link if you would like to go on and watch his documentary. Like we do at the beginning of every session, let's smile with intent. Give me a great big smile. Ready? Very nice. Let's take a sip of water with intent. The first Speak Out exercise is the warm-up. Lift your voice and project it up and forward over your TV. Hopefully have you been practicing with your TV? Wouldn't that be a great idea? Go ahead and chat. Let us know how you practice. Do you use a cell phone, iPad, computer, or your television set? Here we go with the warm-up. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Really exaggerate. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more. We're going to really stretch out the vowels. We'll use extra intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. We're done with the warm-up. Go ahead and take a sip of water. If you can access the internet on your television set, I encourage you to go ahead and set it up so that it can take you to this online Speak Out Home Practice page from our website. You can do that from your television set, and we actually have statistics that show people stay and do more of the session if they're practicing from their television set. Isn't that interesting? Let's move on to the next Speak Out exercise, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth wide and then project your voice over your computer, over your television set. Ready? Good. Let's do it again. Keep the mouth open and keep the sound consistent all the way through. Don't trail off. Let's do it again. Good. Let's do it again. And one more. We'll do a shorter one this time. Here we go. Good. We're done with the ahs. Let's take a sip of water. I will also be sharing a swallowing tip, a compensatory strategy with you in just a little bit. And you know, when I take my sip of water, I really am using a lot of intent. When I put it up to my mouth and after I take the water in, I'm really thinking about it. You notice how I kind of pause? There's a point where the water goes in my mouth and I have to wrap my lips around the edge to make sure I don't spill it. You might not have noticed that I did that before, but that is a compensatory strategy. I will share a different one in a moment. Well, let's move on to the glides. Project out a steady ah, and then slowly glide up. Try to get all those little notes in there. We don't want to skip from this note to this note, so we don't want to do ah. We want to get all the notes. Ready? Ah. Ah. Good. Let's do it again. Stop. Close your mouth. And we want all the notes coming down too. Let's do the whole thing again. Good. Let's do another one. Good. Take your sip of water. We're moving on to the fourth speak out exercise, the counting, which helps to re-coordinate the breathing pattern. Did you know that the coordination of breath support for speech is actually the biggest problem with Parkinson's? It's actually not the actual vocal folds. It's how the muscles work together and the coordination, which makes sense because the speech disorder related to Parkinson's is called a motor speech disorder. It's not a voice disorder, it's a motor speech disorder. The way that all the muscles we use for speaking and swallowing work together. Let's go ahead and do the counting to 20. Lift every number. Make it fly over your television. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Let's go ahead and go backward with intent. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Don't trail off. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is hard work. We are going to go down, okay? Here we go. 1, 6, 11, 16. 2, 7, 12, 17. Exaggerate. 3, 8, 13, 18. 4, 9, 14, 19. 5, 10, 15, 20. Very good. Let's take a sip of water. You notice how I kind of pause? That's because I'm wrapping my lips around it to make sure that I don't spill it. Okay, the compensatory strategy for today. Let me review what we talked about earlier in the week. Now, these are compensatory strategies are things that could improve your swallowing, and they're things that you have control over. Number one, if you have trouble taking your pills, if you hesitate when you take them and go, oh gosh, I hope they go down okay, maybe you could try taking them with applesauce. A number of my patients do take their pills with applesauce, and it just helps it to go down easier. Number two, one pill at a time. You may be used to taking 7 pills at a time. Why not be more deliberate, more mindful? Take one at a time. It could make a difference. Number three, whereas you might have used to eat in front of the television set, it really isn't a good idea with Parkinson's. With Parkinson's, it's hard, you may have noticed, to concentrate on 2 things at the same time. So sitting at a table, concentrating while you're eating, believe me, it can make a huge difference in the safety of your swallowing, and it's a simple thing. And I noticed in the chat someone said they listen to classical music during their meals. How nice. Put some music on, not something that you'd want to sing with, okay, but some instrumental music while you eat. The next one is to think about what you are eating and drinking from. When I drink from this, I usually start coughing. I cannot control the thin liquid going in as much, especially because at first maybe I don't have to tilt my head back too much, but then as I get down, it gets down, I have to tilt my head back more. For people with Parkinson's that are more stiff, that's harder. You have to decide. This, I'm not saying not to use this. For some people it might be easier, but for some it's not. Start paying attention to what you're drinking your water out of. At Parkinson Voice Project in our clinic, we use the small water bottles, which seem to give people more control. That's why we don't use the larger ones. And I use this cup. My mother has some coffee cups that have a really thick lip, and I spill. Every time I drink coffee, I'm not saying spill it on me, I can't control it. My lips don't wrap around the cup as much. So if you are coughing when you're drinking, think about what you're using. And people always ask about a straw. Is a straw good, bad? It's different for everybody. For some people, taking liquid from a straw, it will come out too fast, faster than they're swallowing, so it's not good. But for other people, if they're really careful and mindful about sipping from the straw, they feel that they have more control over it, and they do better. Okay, that's my tip. We're moving on to the reading. I want to get through this because I'm going to show you a trailer from a movie that was produced, a documentary that was produced from a man named John Cullen who has Parkinson's and is a weightlifter. And that's our topic. Read these sentences with intent. Exaggerate the highlighted words. Here we go. Weightlifting begins at the Olympics on August 7th. Again, weightlifting begins at the Olympics on August 7th. Next, there are different types of weightlifting. Again, there are different types of weightlifting. The highlighted words should sound different. If I audio recorded you, I should be able to tell which word was highlighted. Ready? There is bodybuilding and powerlifting. Again, there is bodybuilding and powerlifting. Next, you can use weight plates or dumbbells. Again, you can use weight plates or dumbbells. Now, we're moving on to the conversation exercise. I want you to name muscles of the bodies. Name the muscles with intent. Here are some. Let's read these with intent. Biceps, hamstrings, triceps, quadriceps. Next, name items you take with you to the gym. Speak out. Name each item and speak with intent. Let's read these with intent. Ready? Gym clothes, water, duffel bag, towel, gloves. Take a sip of water with intent. All right, here we go. 2 times. Use a lot of intent. Gu la gan ga ga. Again. Gu la gan ga ga. And the next one. Ku ka man gu ka. Again. Ku ka man gu ka. Next. Gangla, gangla. And the last one, kukla, kukla. Very good. If you need some water, go ahead and take it. We're going to do the bonus reading and then we'll watch the trailer to John Cullen's documentary. Here's the bell. This is our bonus reading. It is much more challenging than just reading one sentence at a time. The goal is to speak out the whole time. Every time you get to a highlighted word, stretch it out or exaggerate it. Here we go with intent. Strength training exercises help build muscle mass. Maintaining strong muscles makes it easier to perform daily activities. Fitness experts typically recommend strength training exercises that are focused on one muscle group at a time and alternate focus areas each day. This gives the muscles you've worked on time to rest, repair, and grow stronger, which helps reduce the risk of injury. Okay, I'm going to show the trailer now, and Sandy will post the link to John Cullen's website where, if you would be interested in watching the documentary, you can. I believe there is a charge. I think it's $3.99, but I think it's interesting to just see what other people are doing to battle Parkinson's. Here's the trailer to the movie. I will not come back on afterwards, so I'll see you tomorrow. But here's the trailer to It's Just Parkinson's.
What is it like to live with Parkinson's? Well, it starts every morning with getting out of bed. And that generally will give me an indication of just what kind of day it's going to be.
Parkinson's disease is a disease of the movements of our body. It can cause tremor, balance issues, stiffness, slowness.
So I just decided one day, I don't really know what got in my head, but I decided I want to lift heavy shit.
I would describe John as the picture of grit.
I don't see Parkinson's when I look at John. I see John, I see, the man that I love.
Working with Vince is the first time I ever felt like I stopped the progression of Parkinson's.
We started training and the progress was just amazing.
It just feels like it resets something.
Here comes a guy who's 62. He's working out, benching 200-300 pounds, and what's your excuse? You got nothing.
It's tough to see someone you love go through that and struggle like that.
At least that's the hopeful side of me, right? That's the side that I'm going to choose to believe. One day I will disappear, but not today. For now, I'm still here. I'm still me.
Don't know how, don't know when.
I won't stop fighting. I will not. It's just Parkinson's. That's my mantra.
I'll make it out alive.
If you look up the word grit in the dictionary, you would see John's face.